Hey guys, it's Jolanta from Soulight Space. I am astrologer, and in this video I'm gonna guide you through the eclipse on October 28th. The eclipse in Taurus, the final eclipse of this year, the final eclipse of Scorpio-Taurus axis, the culmination, completion, ending of 2 years long transformation of our Scorpio-Taurus energy, both collectively speaking and individually speaking. So please stay with me till the end. You're gonna know a lot about this eclipse and about what was going on in the last 2 years in your life and in our life as a collective, globally speaking. Also, please feel free to see my offer. If you are interested in personal reading with me, I offer one-to-one sessions, and those sessions are designed for you to learn more about your chart, to dive deep into your psychology, to explore what your story is all about in this lifetime. So please, if you are interested, my offer is in the link down below. And now let's focus on the topic of this video, the eclipse in Taurus. First of all, I would like you guys to work on your approach to eclipses in general, because there's a lot of fear around those events, but I would like to normalize this a little bit for you here. So first of all, remember, this is a normal part of the cycle. Every 6 months we have a pair of eclipses. They always comes in pair, one new moon, one full moon, as a pair of eclipses, karmically charged with the energy of nodes. Fated energies are at play during this time, so it's worth to be more relaxed, more passive, more open to changes, become some sort of observant of what is going on. This is not the best time for big decisions. It's more about seeing what the universe has in store for you during this time, and trust that this is all to help you grow. So every 6 months we have this sort of karmic shakeup, some sudden events, some surprises, some new opportunities. This is the time of endings and beginnings, and these are fated, destined new beginnings and also endings of old situations. This is some sort of karmic reset, I would say, as well, when we are finally kind of like we have no chance. We just have to end some stuff in our life. Sometimes this happens by itself. For example, somebody leave your life, or maybe you lose your job, or maybe you feel like you cannot stand in this working place anymore. You need to quit. You need to go somewhere else. It can be about moving out or moving in. It can be about changing countries, changing cities, buying something important, or releasing some old stuff, breakups and engagements, separation and meetings with new people. This is all about eclipses. You know, around eclipses we experience events that with time, when we go back to those events, we see that they were so crucial, so important. They changed something for good in our life. They showed us new path. Sometimes it can be just, some new person that you meet, some small conversation, some, very short relationship also, something that triggers something in you, new energy coming into your life and shaking things up. And, with eclipses, sometimes this is out of the sudden, and also out of the sudden can leave. So it's like in and out sometimes. But from the other hand, also many people can meet like a very impactful person that will be this person that you will create this lifetime story with. You never know with eclipses. This is a very surprising time and unexpected. It's impossible to predict what it's gonna exactly happen in your life during eclipses. That's why for me, the most important thing during this time is to build a very healthy approach to this side of life, to the fact that we never have 100% control over our life, that certain events will happen, we want them or not to happen. So that's why I feel like the more you accept this fact that I just mentioned, the more you accept that life is unstable, unpredictable, changeable, and this is also in our highest good, serving us, because with changes we are growing. If we are stuck all our life in the very same situation, we will never learn anything new. And that's why, guys, let's relax, let's surrender, let's go with the flow. Let's not be too much in the state of panic, worries, seeing that, oh my god, eclipses on my moon or eclipses on my sun, what now? Should I hide in my home for the rest of my life? No, it doesn't work like this. We all have at certain point in our life eclipse on our sun, on our moon. Nodes are shifting signs every 1.5 years, so most of us, we're gonna experience the energy of eclipse on our personal placements, and it doesn't have to be something stressful and dangerous. It can be something good as well. So also, guys, expect something good from life. So I believe that in this way you might also attract something better, if you trust that this is all to serve you, this is all to teach you something, and you can always use every single experience in your life in order to learn something, to evolve, to grow, even if it's some loss or some very dark, dramatic experience. You never know what actually universe has in store for you. And during eclipses, universe decides what you're supposed to experience. And for me, the most important thing is to trust that this is really serving me. Just let it be. Let this person go, let this person in, let this job leave you, let your, I don't know, your relationship transform into another level. I feel like the more we think in that way about eclipses, the better it will go. Remember, every 6 months, same story, just different signs, different energies, but this karmic shakeup is here. And I feel like this is a very positive energy for people who doesn't like changes, because during eclipses we are at a certain point forced to change something. And that's the way we people evolve. That's the way we lose this attachment to comfort zone. And that's the way how we can maybe end up in a better situation. You never know what is waiting for you around the corner. So let's try to have this approach to eclipses, and with this belief that everything is for our highest good during this time, let's focus on this particular set of eclipses that we are having right now. So the whole cycle that we are ending now started in November 2021. So you can reflect, where have you been back then, 2 years ago? Your job, relationship, state of mind, your personal healing, evolution, your belief system. Everything could have changed since that time, especially if eclipses were triggering your personal planets, your personal placements. So that's the first thing that I advise you to do during this eclipse in Taurus, to make some sort of completion in your own mind. Reflect, how much have you learned, changed, how many things have you lost and gained, who is still in your life, what new people appeared, who has left. All those things were serving you in your personal growth and transformation. And to give you more insights about this particular Taurus-Scorpio eclipse, now I'm gonna explain you what actually happened in those last 2 years. So first of all, as I mentioned, first eclipse was in November 2021, but nodes were still not in Taurus-Scorpio. And then in January 2022, nodes, karmic nodes, they entered the sign of Scorpio-Taurus, with South node being in Scorpio and Taurus being in North node. opposite North Node being in Taurus. So with those two signs, the karmic lesson here was to work with the shadow side of Scorpio, because South Node was in Scorpio. South Node is past. Release something, decrease this energy, heal this energy, let go of all the dark side of this energy. And North Node was the guiding light. This was our area of learning something, embracing the positive qualities of the sign of Taurus in this case. So we had this situation now that from January 2022 till July 2023, with those nodes being in those signs, collectively speaking and also on a personal level speaking, we've been trying to focus on Scorpio, release all that is not serving us, and also working towards this Taurus quality of peace, abundance, stability, material stability, self-worth, self-love as well, respect to our body, food. Those are all topics of Taurus. And now when we see how the financial and material world is shaky, I feel like that was a very good timing to have this kind of lessons, because I feel like right now with events happening in the world, this skill to create stability, especially inside of you, to be rooted, to be grounded, to be able to find some peace and stoical approach to things when the world around you is shaky, that's something very needed right now in the collective energy. So I feel like, universe knows best what we need to learn and when, before certain things are happening. So I feel like that was some special destined preparation. So now to help you on a deeper level, if you could check your chart and see where you have Scorpio and where you have Taurus in your chart, in which house. The meaning of houses is always on my blog. You can use the link down below and you can always consult which house means what. So coming back, if you see now where is Scorpio in your chart and Taurus, you can reflect how much have you transformed and learned about those houses in those last 2 years. What kind of attachments, toxic energy, dark side, shadows, unhealed trauma, this is all ruled by Scorpio. What things have you achieved in your shadow work as well? What was able for you to release during those last 2 years? Scorpio shadow side is, for example, toxic attachments, jealousy, holding grudge for the rest of your life, not letting this energy go, being very attached to people that hurt you in the past. So it's very hard for Scorpio to release this trauma as well, because this intensity of emotions are still just as they were in the present moment. So it's a big lesson of finding peace here for Scorpio as well. Another thing with Scorpio here, talking about toxic traits. So dealing with your trauma in an unhealthy way. I'm talking about shadow, not about the bright side of Scorpio. So in shadow side, Scorpio is very hurt, betrayed, abandoned, feeling those old wounds just as if they happened 5 minutes ago. And it's very hard for this energy to let this go. Also, past people, ex or people that are gone, this energy can be obsessive about that. And on a financial level, if we think about this, also some toxic approach to money, maybe some dark hidden secrets around money, or being very attached to money, not wanting to spend your money, not wanting to share your money. not wanting to receive money from others as well. It can be a very obsessive, paranoid energy here, maybe feeling like everybody wants just to steal your money from you, and you live in fear. You live in fear of losing your money, so you are not spending it at all. Also fear of losing your job, which could be very much connected to those eclipses, because we have Uranus in Taurus, revolution in how you earn money. And this Uranus was triggering those eclipses for the past 2 years. So many people became unemployed, they quit the job, they started to focus on how they can earn money using their natural talents. Taurus rules that, natural talents that you have. And Uranus is freedom, so this energy wants to liberate you from attachments, from comfort zone, and it wants you to earn money in an authentic way, aligned with who you are. Very independent, autonomous energy. That's why many people since 2018, that was the year of Uranus starting to be in Taurus. So from that time already we can see more and more people becoming more independent in how they earn money. But from the other hand, we have the Scorpio that might be fearful, paranoid, and not letting you go there because of this fear, not letting you choose this Uranus in Taurus independence. But still, with eclipses, everything is possible, and I believe that this karmic push from eclipses was so strong that many of you now live in a more free way, earning money, building this financial stability and safety with Taurus, and using your true talents to do that. So hopefully that was your path. For sure, this is something that happened for me. Anyways, coming back here to South Node, North Node. So with South Node, we've been releasing, and every eclipse could bring some sort of loss, some sort of forced ending for us. It could be even death, literally speaking, for some of you. Unfortunately, that's the part of life as well, and some important people in your life could pass away during eclipses. You could also lose your material possessions, money, animals, health, different things to wake you up, to show you what is the true value in life. I feel like Scorpio energy is the memento mori energy. It sometimes faces you with things that are hard to swallow, but once you go through this process, you are awakened and you have more respect for life, for your time, for your talents. You don't want to spend your life anymore wasting it in some attachments and poisonous relationships or poisonous working places. You crave more slow life, more peace, more beauty, more pleasure, more simple, nice things in life that Taurus represents. So with this release of what I just mentioned, like this this toxic energy of Scorpio, being jealous, being obsessive, being also very not having no trust in other people as well, having no trust in yourself as well. All those things are coming from subconscious fears, from an unhealed trauma as well. And I feel like a big blockage here to release was this unhealed trauma with Scorpio South Node. Healing all those old stories, so then we are more open to receive abundance from Taurus, to also being able to enjoy simplicity in life, to be present here and now, not being present in the past with Scorpio, still overthinking about past wounds and past stories. Now with Scorpio being healed and released, the shadow side of it, now we might be more open to just live here and now and enjoy what we have, and also respect our body. Taurus rules physical body, so for many of you it could be the energy of dealing with your self-worth, with food that you eat, with your diet, many transformation here, realizations of how you treat your body, what is the source of your low self-esteem, why you are treating your body in such a way that you eat unhealthy food, that you have problems with weight, that you maybe have problems with compulsive eating. You know, balancing out those two things, body and soul, emotions, and this grounded, pragmatical approach to life of Taurus-Scorpio. That was our lesson for the past 2 years. And this was the big letting go of Scorpio shadow and big learning of Taurus light, if you want to summarize this process. So now that's the time for you to reflect on how much you gained and lost in those 2 years. I will give you the dates of all the eclipses in Taurus-Scorpio so you can reflect even more. Remember that eclipse energy can happen 4 weeks before and 4 weeks after if we talk about those crucial events. But the energy itself, whatever is triggered during eclipse, can be with you for the next 6 months. So we are like processing this energy, working on it. You know, the wheel is still spinning. That can be often just the first initiation of something, and then the energy is unfolding. So 2021, November 19th, that was the first eclipse in Taurus. Then 2022, all eclipses were in Taurus-Scorpio. So we had eclipse in Taurus in April, on April 30th, and May 16th, that was eclipse in Scorpio. Next set of eclipses, October 25th in Scorpio, and in Taurus, November 8th. So those are those dates in 2022. And then 2023, this year, we already started to have the mixture of nodes because we already started with April 20th with eclipse in Aries. And this is the new set of eclipses that we are having right now after we finish with Taurus. And then May 5th, that was Taurus-Scorpio energy, eclipse in Scorpio, May 5th. Then October 14th, that was Libra eclipse, and October 28th, the final eclipse in Taurus. So basically, the end of 2021, the whole 2022, and May 5th and October 28th in 2023. So those are dates of eclipses. You can use this for your own self-reflection over what was going on in your life around this time. If you have fixed placements, you are you were, I should say, because it's almost over, you were the most affected person from all the zodiac. Placements in fixed signs means Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius and Leo. And those fixed signs, it doesn't have to be only your zodiac sign or your ascendant. It can be any placement. So also Venus, Mars, Chiron, Lilith. If you have energies in those signs, those eclipses could really change something big in your life. And I'm sure that most of the fixed signs are pretty tired after those eclipses. You've been through a lot of loss and gain, through a lot of changes, shake-ups, shocking new stories starting for you, new people coming, old people going, old jobs ending, new jobs starting. Also the whole way of how you see values, what truly matters in life for you, that could be also changed. Your approach to your body, your approach to food, your approach to material possessions and money. Many people were working on the financial mindset as well, abundance mindset. So with Scorpio, that was a big releasing of everything that it's not serving you to have this abundance in your life. And it usually starts with your mind, with your own belief system, maybe with you not feeling worthy of being paid in a better way, maybe you not having enough self-worth, enough self-respect to value your products, and you've been like underpricing what you do. So with those eclipses, you could reshape this all. You could change the way how you see money, how you see you being abundant, how you see you owning things. Remember that Taurus is the I have energy. So all that you have was going through a big lesson. You have body, you have money, you have material possessions, you have talents, you have self-worth, you have 5 senses with which you can enjoy life or not. So those are things that we've been healing here. And now let me see in my notes what I want to say right now for you. So, you know, guys, in general, this whole karmic lesson, this whole karmic process, you can count as November 2021, October 2023, and kind of like find some sort of closure right now. I feel like this particular full moon in Taurus will deliver this final closure, final culmination, illumination of all that happened for you. And again, if there is still something that it's not released and it's still separating you from a peaceful, abundant and stable life, now some sort of events can happen around this eclipse. So stay open. Whatever happens is for your good, remember, and you will know the answers when the time is right. Sometimes with eclipses, during eclipses, this all stuff looks so dramatic and hard to understand that we need some time to get the answer, to see why certain things happened in our life. So now my tips how to survive eclipses, if I can use this word, but in general, again, I want to normalize this cycle of eclipses. It's happening every 6 months, so it's not about surviving, it's about learning how to live with this cycle. And my advice, first of all, is to always check if you are actually affected or not, because not every eclipse will trigger your personal placements. So learn about your chart, learn about astrology more, so then you will have in advance the knowledge about if you're supposed to take more care about yourself during this time, because probably you will feel this on a more intense level, or it's not such a big deal for you, so you can even plan something exciting during this time, because you will not feel overwhelmed with some external stimulation. But if you are affected, then my advice is to really focus on your self-care during this time, especially those 2 weeks of eclipse season. This is the time when you can feel drained, when you need more sleep, more rest, more peaceful environment. So I recommend to try to rest during this time and try to do something pleasant for yourself so your energy is balanced. Avoid situations that can increase your stress, your worries, your I don't know, some negative emotions. I usually try to spend eclipse time in a peaceful way in nature. I avoid people that might bring some drama into my life. If I know people that are in general pretty combative and conflictive and impulsive, then I just try to be away from them for my own well-being. You know, self-reflect a lot, try to understand what this process is all about, and first of all, practice this surrendering kind of energy. Try to flow with whatever comes. Try to be mindful during this time, and do all that is increasing your energy on towards this higher expression. At the same time, don't do much, because this is the time of karmic fated situations, redirections, shakeups. Universe is guiding you, so the more passive you are, the more open you are to receive guidance, the better. It's not the time of big decisions because you might be too confused, the energy might be too chaotic, and you might be under very high emotions as well. Also, people usually have problems with sleeping. They have very intense dreams, some subconscious energies coming to the surface. That's why it's, you know, again, very turbulent, draining, tiring energy. You might feel exhausted. So it's better to plan during eclipses those things that will give you more peace for balance. And then if I can say something about global effects of those Taurus-Scorpio eclipses, you know, you can see how our financial, economical world looks like. And there was a lot of shake-up. It all started in January 2022, 1 month after when nodes entered Taurus-Scorpio. We had the start of this situation in Ukraine that also started, you know, it had consequences for economy, for resources. Taurus rules natural resources that are above the ground, and Scorpio rules resources underground. So you could see that there was a lot of shake-up, conflict, changes in those matters. Also changes of prices of food. Food is Taurus. And inflation. Sanctions imposed on Russia, for example, that was all connected to those nodes. And, you know, countries were like playing this game of power. Scorpio rules power and Taurus rules those resources and money. So it was some sort of economical fight as well with those nodes. And at the same time, on the personal level, we all can see that prices for almost everything increased during this time. There was a lot of changes in, you know, Bitcoin, value of gold, value of currencies. All the time, some changes here. Again, loss and gain. This game of Scorpio Taurus. And you know, that was not only because of the nodes, but because of Uranus being in Taurus since 2018. And right now we are ending this cycle, but when Uranus was in conjunction to eclipse, or it was just triggering nodes, this shakeup was very, very intense. So I feel like that was one of the biggest shakeups, economically speaking, in those times. But yeah, there is more to come. Don't worry. Next year, Jupiter and Uranus are in conjunction. So this Uranus energy will be exaggerated by Jupiter. Let's see how this all goes. But in general, I feel like this time was for us all also to focus more on finances, of learning more about finances, how to diversify our portfolio, how to invest, how to use money in such a way that it will be more safe for us. I feel like a big lesson was that bank is not the most safe place on earth for you to have your money. And people who still have your money only on your bank account, still, I would suggest to rethink how you can maybe diversify a little bit your finances and material possessions as well. Big lessons here, right? And also I feel like it was a lesson also about, again, this scorpionic energy showing us how fragile everything is in life, how those material values can be taken away from us in every moment. You know, house, car, things, computer, money in the bank, you know, all those things are not permanent. And there is also some lesson of what is truly giving you stability in life. What is your true value? What is worth your time? Is your lifetime only here for you to, you know, be stuck at work and just, you know, increasing how much you have, earning money non-stop, having no private life, having no time for your family, for your friends? I feel like the lesson was also here, you know, to show you that we also need to slow down a little bit with this lifetime, because we don't know how long it's going to take for us to live here on this earth. So on a personal level, again, just to summarize, Taurus themes that we've been learning about is values, self-worth, body, food, and natural talents, your mindset about money and material possessions, and a big revolution in job with Uranus in Taurus. Big revolution and evolution of how you are earning money. And sense of stability and safety, I would say. We've been discovering or rediscovering what is the true stability in life. What is your most stable rock in your life? Is it the house that you're gonna buy or the car that you're gonna buy? This is truly something that gives you this stability. If we see what happened in Ukraine or what is happening right now in Middle East, people losing everything they had, it's catastrophic, it's dramatic, but it's also showing us that maybe we focus too much on the material, and there is a need for some soulful balance as well. Remember, Scorpio has also the gift of being very soulful, very emotional, very profound, and having this deep approach to life, having the belief that, you know, there is a true value in your emotions, in your transformation. There is also this trust of you know, that you will always regenerate no matter what happens. After every ending, there is a beginning with Scorpio. So those notes in Scorpio Taurus were teaching us about that too. And now I will just give you some insights about this particular new moon. Not new moon, it's a full moon, it's over, it's the end, sorry. So full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus is happening at 5th degree. Good information is that it's in conjunction to Jupiter, the planet of blessings, very positive planet in astrology. Jupiter is now, will be during this eclipse at 11th degree Taurus. I made myself a chart of this eclipse, that's why I'm looking here. So yeah, beautiful. Anyways, I can actually show you that, you know, so this is the Jupiter and Moon conjunction. It's in sextile to Saturn in Pisces, so that's a good vibration, because it looks like it's gonna give us some sort of long-term results. Saturn always gives some things that last for a long time. So if you've been working with this Scorpio South Node, here is the Scorpio stellium happening during this full moon eclipse. If you've been working with your shadow side in the way how you approach abundance and money, maybe there is some fear to release. It can be even a fear of having things, fear of possessing things. It can be also that with Scorpio, because Scorpio rules, not rules, but Scorpio in shadow has this problem with, it's so afraid of losing things that it prefers to have nothing. In terms of love, in terms of material possessions as well. That's this fear of going through this pain when those things will end, when you will lose this person or this thing. So if you've been working here with that, releasing this fear, this paranoia, now you could actually have a beautiful result of gaining more, of having more abundance with Jupiter growing, expanding this Taurus peaceful stability and material possessions. And again, with Saturn here, it's something lasting. The reward, karmic reward of your labor, of your determination, of you not giving up in the past. And let me see here what I have more. So we're gonna have Scorpio stellium in opposition to this eclipse. It's always like that. So when we have full moon, we have Moon and Sun in opposite signs. So right now we have like the final highlight of what this Taurus-Scorpio was all about. And we have Mars at 11th degree and Mercury at 10th degree in Scorpio in conjunction. So a lot of action, a lot of communication, a lot of thinking. Scorpio is very introverted, strategic, and secretive. So this passion, determination of Mars in Scorpio, this Mars is at home in Scorpio, so very effective, very strategic, very efficient. Great energy for Mars. This Mars can really achieve a lot if this energy decides on some goals and ambitious plans. It's not giving up. And then Mercury in conjunction to this Mars is, you know, union of your action with your mindset. So if your mindset was transformed during those eclipses in the past 2 years, now you can really be so powerful in action and truly fight for your abundance. And of course, Sun in Scorpio 5th degree and Moon 5th degree Taurus. So this is the full moon. Still we have Uranus in Taurus. It's not in conjunction to this eclipse, but it's still in Taurus energy, so it's still guiding us towards something new, towards some evolution, towards some futuristic modern approaches to money. So I expect that there might be some shake-up in the world in terms of economy, and this is all heading towards more digital approach to money, some new solutions, you know, big revolution that we cannot even understand yet of how a financial system will look like. In general, we are kind of like ending the old system right now, also with Pluto in Capricorn, and we are heading towards Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius and Uranus, this is a similar energy, they rule each other. So with those things, those planets at play, I expect that the new chapter in economy is definitely on the way. And what will gonna happen on the way to start this new chapter, I don't know. I can only say that Uranus was in Taurus in 1941-42. So that was the time of, you know what, in the world. I cannot use certain words, so I will not have shadow ban here. So, you know, every conflict usually starts with some economical struggles at first. So let's see how this all goes later on. But focusing on this eclipse, we also have the ruler of this eclipse, Venus. Venus rules Taurus in Virgo. That's not the best sign for Venus to be. Virgo is rather about saving money, controlling money, not being so open to this abundance, not spending much, keeping money to yourself, being also like very careful with spending. So it's in trine to Jupiter and in trine to Uranus. I would even say it's more in trine to Uranus than to Jupiter, which means that there will be some surprising situation about economy, which can lead to Venus in Virgo being forced to, karmically speaking, to be more careful about spending, and also maybe analyze on a very grounded, practical way about your spendings. Virgo rules this analysis, this practical approach. Maybe there is a need for some change here as well, because interesting times might be on the way in terms of our finances. So also one thing about this Venus, you know, it's at 18 degree. That's if you know the degree theory created by Nicholas Stoyanovich, the 18th degree, it's considered by him as the critical one, tragic one, bringing illness and problems, and it's just, you know, some kind of, it's the degree that really doesn't bring much good stuff. But let's hope this Jupiter conjoining the moon in Taurus will expand this abundance, this peacefulness, this stability in Taurus. That's my high hope, but you know, we need to read astrology from every angle. Also, Libra is ruled by Venus, and right now Libra has South Node in her energy, which means that there is a decrease of Venusian energy here, same like we had before with Scorpio with focus on Taurus. So now we have less Libra with focus on Aries, energy of Mars. So now Venus has quite intense energies here going on with, you know, the sign of Virgo not really serving this Venus, with South Node not really serving this Venus as well. Focusing more on Mars, on fight, on combative energy, and also this Jupiter conjoining Moon from the other hand, giving some positive hope for that. So that's how this energy looks like. I like this Mars Mercury energy on a personal level, high determination. So really, guys, if you've been working on something for the last 2 years, and this full moon is will bring some illumination of this process for you, this is a powerful time to really complete something and also find this determination, ambition to change something in your life, to set some focus on something important for you and work on that. You know, Scorpio energy just doesn't give up. It's super effective, super strategic, so wonderful. And also from the other hand, I advise you, whatever is Scorpio in your chart, keep things hidden there to a certain point. It's not the house that likes to be on stage, it's rather private, and it works better when you do things in secret. So even now when working with this eclipse and with this process of you releasing South Node in Scorpio, it's worth to do it by yourself, inwardly, on a deep level. The people don't have to know that much about this house where you have Scorpio, and you will please this energy by doing this, and you will also let this energy work in a better way for you when you keep this energy hidden as well. Let me just have a final look at what I wrote here for you guys. I feel like the most important thing was already said. You know, we've been working with the core root of our trauma, of our unhealed energy, of our toxic attachments during those 2 years. And the more you did that, the more now you can receive blessings from Jupiter being in conjunction to this eclipse. So be proud of yourself, be proud of all the journey that you went through, be proud of all those difficult emotions that you've been working with. If there was any loss, any letting go situation during those 2 years and you went through this, you healed that, you processed that, you closed this chapter, then you can really be proud of yourself when you look in the mirror. This is a very difficult process always, to face your demons, to face your shadows as well, to face your unhealed past, because you want your present to look in a different way with Taurus being here. Taurus wants you to have a peaceful, beautiful, abundant life. Taurus wants you to focus on the beauty of living, on the beauty of nature, of simple pleasures, of enjoying your senses, of loving your body, of feeding your body with healthy, good food. Those energies were here at play for 2 years, and I hope that you guys now are more evolved. You know better what truly matters for you in your life. You are also not so attached to your past anymore. Your trauma is not so much bothering you anymore, and you just see life through different lenses, through better, more open to change eyes. So stay safe during this eclipse. Remember that some people might be now more conflictive, more nervous, impulsive. So be careful on the road during eclipses, when you drive especially, or if you walk close to driving cars. Just pay more attention, be more slow, recheck everything before you decide to do something. during this eclipse, especially, conversations can be very intense with Mercury and Mars in conjunction. This can be a time of some intense fights. So be aware of that certain people can just really not let you go until they don't win with you in the conversation. And choose your battles wisely. Choose where you channel this energy in a wise way, because this is a very strong energy with Jupiter, Mars, Mercury. We can really use this in a positive way. We don't need to use it to create unnecessary conflicts. Pour this energy into your goals, into what you want to achieve in life. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you like my content. You can follow me on Instagram, on Facebook. You can also book a reading with me. Everything is in the link down below in the description box. And also let me know, how do you feel about those 2 years? How much have you transformed? If you have any placements in those signs that I mentioned, and what results